Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Hey, Myron here on the pond. Hey, I want to talk to you today about something really, really important to your business. And I've found that this has probably been one of the most kind of profound conversations um, that I've had with folks. Can y'all hear me? Type if you can hear me. Let me know you can hear me. It's good to see y'all. Um, if you're like, okay, like what gives you the credibility to talk about how to become a humble beast at marketing? Well, just a couple things. I I have a background in story brand. Have a background in over 10 years of marketing. I have a background in as a business coach. We have three um, entrepreneurial hubs, businesses, organizations around the country, with many more coming. We've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs. I own a company, a digital marketing company, digital marketing and branding company called Village Social. It's been around for over 5 years. And, I'm just a raving evangelist. I can sum marketing up to really, you're so excited about what you have to offer that you are willing to rave about it. You're so excited about what you have to offer that you're willing to rave about it. And what I would love for you to do is get your pen and paper out, because one of the things that I find interesting is that, even as we have a online community of over 750 people, um, it's interesting because that's both good and bad, right? Because like when you come into a new community, you kind of gotta kind of learn the rules and learn what the culture and the standards are of the community. And what I used to do when I would join a new group is I would, hey, feel free to drop some questions for me too. What I used to do is like go in there and start telling everybody what I offer and what I sell. And if you've done that, like no pressure, man. Like we love it. Like it's all good. But it's there's just a different way to market that'll get people to really understand your what you do have to offer. And shout out to everybody who's on. I got a few people who's on, and shout out to my brother Mark. Shout out to Jesse, uh, Valnisha Johnson. Hey, good to have y'all on. Hey, this is the topic. Now, before we get started, this is I've interviewed, assessed, and evaluated and asked tons of questions um, in the space of inner city entrepreneurs. I am a expert in business when it comes to helping inner city entrepreneurs. And the reason what makes me an expert is, number one, I'm from this community, right? Number two, we have a diverse population of people that we work with. Number three, we've bridged the cultural gap, right? We've bridged the cultural gap. Like, there's no one who's going to go through our academy that we offer 2 times a year who are scratching their heads saying, "Oh my gosh, like I have no idea what you're talking about." You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody who's going to do that. Which, by the way, if you haven't already, I want to encourage you, if you are looking to start a business or scale a business, because getting back to what I said, you have one of five issues, or maybe one, two, three, four, or five of five issues, right? And this is for people who are in our group. You may not even be from Omaha. You may be from another inner city. This is for you as well. Um, you may have said, I don't have funding. You may have said, I have trauma and I can't get over my own mess to even start a business. You may be like, oh my gosh, I don't even have the knowledge. I don't even have knowledge of business. I don't even have business skills, and I don't have community or support. If any of those 5 are true of you, comment below that's true of me, and then tag your friend who it's true of them. like, go ahead and tag your friend. And the reason why, it's like, I want to scratch that itch. Like, you shouldn't have that itch. That itch should be taken care of. And in a couple of weeks, we are launching our fall academy, the On the Pond Academy. We're going to train you, we're going to mentor you, we're going to resource you, so that itch can go away. And that sounded crazy. It's like a pun. We want that itch to go away, right? That itch don't need to be in your life. Those 5 things, right? And so shameless plug on that. Get connected, scan the QR code, apply. This Saturday, we have an onboard meeting. There's still room for you to get in. Listen, no more excuses, okay? So let's get that going. So anyway, if you have a business, have you ever posted something on social media, or you're like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know where to get started? This seems crazy. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat. There's what am I missing? There's Twitter, right? There's like all of these different platforms. So you kind of have platform paralysis. Like, where do I post? And then you're like, man, I'm spending all my time posting and I'm not making any money. Spending my time. Oh, and then where does email marketing come into context, right? And then you say, you ask the question of when we talk about the platform, not only what platform do I need to be on, but what do I post? Right? Do I post what I like? Every time I post what I like, I seem to get nothing. Or maybe you may say, I'm posting. Maybe you create, and I get into this too. You may create something for Facebook that doesn't take off on TikTok, right? What I want to help you with today is how can you, as you learn what I'm about to teach you, become this humble beast within your business until you get to the point where you can outsource it, or you can train somebody as you become a humble beast in your business. Because here's the reality: many of you that I serve, that we serve, many of you have one foot in working for somebody and one foot in building your business, right? Like you got both, and you're trying to handle it, right? One day you want to fire your boss, but you're not there yet, and that's okay. That's cool. But what I'm going to show you is going to help inch you towards firing your boss. How would you like to go into your boss's office one day and say you're fired? Just comment below. Like, I want. Maybe don't comment because your boss may be in the room. Like, your boss may be in the room. So when you think about how do you engage in marketing your business online, what you should not do. You talk about what you should not do. And the reason why I'd say you should not do it, okay, let me put it like this. Look at what you've already been. I'm going to tell you this. What you should not do from this day forward, from what's coming out of my mouth forward, you should not just go start posting stuff. You should not just go start selling your product on your Facebook or your Instagram, and the same 6 people see it, and they like, we're just gonna snooze you for the next 30 days. You should not do that. Okay? From this day forward. Now, because you have already done that, it's okay, because it's going to set you up, or I'm going to show you a process for the type of content you should be creating to market your business, right? And then at the end of this, I'm going to invite you to a boot camp that I'm putting on that will go further and further into this, because I don't have time to fully, and I know you don't have time to fully get into this now. And I'll post the link in this thread, wherever you're seeing it, in the description. But I want to give you a process, okay? When there's a scene, when there's a crime committed somewhere in the hood, right? This is the first step. Myron, how do I create content that people, where I can market to people online, and then make sure that I can inch towards firing my boss and really grow into a lucrative company, which many of our entrepreneurs have done. I'm telling you, they've gone through our academy. They had one foot in working. They had one foot in their business. And then they came to me one day after going through our academy and coaching and going through our content. And they said, I finally fired my boss. And I'm telling you right now today, you mark this day, that this is going to happen to you. And if you can believe it now, it's already happening, because you're changing the way that you think. Okay. So step one to becoming a humble beast at marketing, so that you can actually fire your boss. Step one, data. Myron, what do you mean data? If you go to your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your website, if you go to your LinkedIn, your Snapchat, one of the things that these platforms do is they're tracking every interaction, every person that comes to your website, every single person that comes to your social platform. They're tracking reach, how many people came. They're tracking impressions, how many people actually scroll. There's just tons of things that they are tracking. And what you want to be able to do, if you have not already, go into your Facebook page. If you have not created a Facebook page, not a Facebook profile, but a Facebook page for your business, and a Facebook group for your business, which I think I'm going to be doing a live on this, with the whole idea of creating and growing groups. There's some phenomenal leaders in our city that I want to bring on for that as well. But behind the scenes on these platforms, there's analytics. There's another word for it. There are analytics, right? That you can look at to begin to show you, what's going on behind the scenes. So when you see something happen in the hood, like I was saying earlier, and the police, the popo pull up, 5-0 pull up, 5-0 don't know what's going on, right? So you're posting and you're seeing things happen, you're creating content, and all that's cool. Like, we're doing what we know to do. Like, you're not bad for that. You're not wrong for that. You feel me? Like, it's cool. But let's go higher. I want you to be a humble beast in marketing. Now we're going to take it a step further. We're going to go into the business suite of Facebook and Instagram. We're going to go behind the scenes of the analytics of YouTube and and LinkedIn and Snapchat. And we're going to just begin to observe the data, which means there's going to have to be a learning curve for you here. You're going to have to understand what it means to what reach means, what impressions mean, what click-through rates mean, what open rates mean. And the cool thing about a lot of these social platforms is they have made it easy for you to learn what all these, terms mean, right? And so once you, let's take Facebook, for example, once you go behind the scenes and see Facebook, let me try to, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try to share my screen. Okay. I'm going to try to share it so that you can see what's going on here. And it's going to share me, but hopefully it can pop up. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, look. So this is what I'm talking about here. If you're already on TikTok, right? You're already on TikTok. When I talk about going in and looking at the data, one of the terms here for that TikTok provides as far as data is concerned is engagement, right? Particularly engagement around how many people saw all the content that I created from July, all the way, the last 28 days, right? How many people viewed it? What the increase was? How many people actually viewed my profile? And what that means is they not only looked at my video, but then they went and they started TikTok stalking. Like let me see what this dude on, right? And then from there's another 3,000 likes. People who said, "Man, what you're posting is pretty dope. This is amazing." Right? And then we have people who are giving comments, and then we have another people who have shared. This is all data. Go down here and we look and we say, okay, how many followers over the last 28 days? And we see that jumping. How many posts, right? No live videos, right? TikTok don't want me to go live right now with the platform that I'm using. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is what the police do when they show up to a crime scene. They're trying to figure out what is going on, right? They're just trying to figure out what's going on. And that's what you're trying to do when it comes to the content you've already created previously. What's going on? Why? Because this is going to lead me to create the type of content that's going to inch me towards a better marketing plan that leads to people converting, buying what I'm selling, consuming what I'm offering, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if nobody look at the data and look at what they're consuming through our content, because if they're not consuming our content, why in the world would they consume our services, our products? I heard somebody say this, I think it was Grant Cardone. He said, "Man, listen, I'm not trying to be the best influencer, social media influencer, man. That got me." Because I think because we see people with thousands and thousands of followers, that's actually what we subscribe to. No, you are not in the influencer business. You are in business. Now, if you become an influencer, great. You're not just trying to get likes and all these different type of things. You're trying to actually take people somewhere. We call that the customer value journey. You're actually trying to move people somewhere. Now, after you collect the data, you look at the engagement, you look at the reach, and you're going through these learning curves of what these different terms mean. Then there's another little word called insights. This is a step beyond the data. Data is observation. Insight, now you're starting to say, okay, what does this what does this tell me? What does this say about my content? What does this say about my audience? What videos did I put out in July that caused the soaring of my likes, my views, my interactions, my saves, my shares? This is where you're starting to ask questions. Data, you're making observations. Insight, you're asking questions. You just want to write it out, right? If I go back to sharing what I just shared here on TikTok, right here, I'm sharing for you. So if I'm looking at, I'm looking at engagement, and if I go to content here, they give you a few different content, right? You're starting to look. I just posted this here. This useful life hack for 2023 will make sure that you stay humble as a business leader. It's really a life skill to learn. It should be embraced by all entrepreneurs, right? Right? So now you can start looking at the content. And then you go, I can look at, who's following me. 53% females. They like my goatee. Right? 40%, 47% males. They like how I talk. They vibing with me. Right? They love the language. I'm meeting them where they at. Right? Now those statements actually go into step 3, which I'll talk about. But in step 2, you're asking the question, who are these followers that's following me? Where are they from? What gender are they? Right? And all of a sudden, when you start asking these questions, like, oh my gosh, Twitter's, not LinkedIn, what in the world? TikTok is telling me that at 9 p.m. folk are like getting busy viewing my content. Why are they viewing my content at 9 p.m.? They must be in the bed just scrolling, which is unhealthy anyway. So I'm asking these questions, right? I'm asking these questions at the insight level, right? And as I'm asking these questions at the insight level, it's going to lead me to making some assumptions as you answer those questions. Because here's the reality. Even as you pose questions at an insight level and answer them, they're still assumptions until you prove that they are the truth. Assumptions are not bad. You need to make them. You have to make them in this process of creating content. I'll give you a prime example. Like, I woke up 3 o'clock. I couldn't get back to sleep. I took a melatonin, you know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't get back to sleep. And I did what I shouldn't have done, but I went on TikTok and I'm like, man, let me see how I'm doing. And I started going all the way back to like when I first started really getting busy with TikTok. And I walked through this process of looking at the data and looking at some insights and making some assumptions. And all of a sudden, I saw some trends. See, at the assumption level, you start to see trends. Now, they're still assumptions, but they're trends. You're starting to see some patterns. That's what you used to see, trends and patterns. That's why it's cool. Like, if you're just, what's up, new people? Good to see y'all. It's cool. Like, if you're just posting stuff, and you're just trying to make sure it stick. I would rather you do that than do nothing, right? right? But from this point on, you're held accountable to the information that I'm giving you because I'm showing you how to be a humble beast at marketing so that you can walk into your boss's office and freaking say, you're fired. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So as you're looking at the data, you're looking at the insights. Insights, again, is just simply asking questions about the data, and then you arriving at an answer, which is just an assumption that you're making. And it's okay to make assumptions in business, right? Now, it's not okay to stop at that because that's going to lead us to number 4. Number 4, action-based testing. Now you're saying, I'm making some assumptions about these insights that I got from the data. Now what I have to do is I have to start taking that and creating based on what I've discovered. And that's what I did this morning at 3 a.m. If you look at my TikTok, I took the top 3, right? I took the top 3 posts and I pinned them because now I am doing some action-based testing. And the reality is, it's not about getting perfect at this. It's about understanding as a practitioner, as a business owner, right? Who ultimately will be training your own employees to get this, right? So that they could be humble beasts and so that you can take this off your plate, right? But you have to take action. Now, you see the difference between you taking action before you knew these 4 steps? Now you're taking strategic action. It's action based on you looking at the data and the analytics on your social platforms, gaining insights by asking questions, answering those questions, which are really assumptions, and then taking action by creating new content based on these steps versus the shotgun approach. Then after man, this is really good stuff. I wish somebody would have told me this early on, right? But after you start, posting, right? Then there's a season that I'm in right now on TikTok, which I don't care how many people are liking it. I don't care how many people are engaging with it right now. I'm doing some action-based testing because I want the market, I want my audience to dictate the content I'm creating instead of me creating the content that they're not consuming. So this next phase here is what I call nesting. Nesting is just you chilling. Nesting is when you're just coming back, sitting on it. And as you're sitting on it and as people are commenting, nesting means also, if you think about a bird's nest and then you have the bird who comes and it has some eggs and it comes and it's nesting on what it's, you know what I'm saying, what it's trying to hatch. That's what you would do with your content. You're still learning, you're looking at what people are saying, right? You're nesting, you're accumulating information, you know what I mean? You're not stressing out over, oh my gosh, nobody's watching it, nobody's watching my post, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna stop. No, man, you're learning, right? You're learning. It's okay. And then finally, you come back on the 6th step. After some time, maybe 7 days, right? Maybe 3 to 7 days. And you start to evaluate. With 4 questions. I know you can't see these, but for the sake of me, I'm remembering them. You come back and you evaluate with 4 questions. Here's the 4 questions. What was good about this content that I created? What was bad? What was missing? And what was confusing? Now, to remember these steps, all you have to remember is this word. Diane. Listen, Diane gonna help you get your marketing right. Data, insights, assumptions, action-based testing, nesting, and evaluation. Listen, hey, I have fun with you in this time. I am putting on a boot camp. Let me get the boot camp for you. The boot camp will be coming up. The boot camp will be January 28th at 12 p.m. So you can go online to onthepondnetwork.com. The ticker is at the bottom. Click on events and register, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go even more in depth on how to gain more attention, how to reach more followers, how to expand your online presence. I'm going to get into advertising. I'm going to get into creating a rhythm and a schedule for your posting and creating content and things like that. Go online right now and make sure you get that. Also on the website, if you go under resources, I have a new book for you that's free. I just released it yesterday. It's called The Useful Entrepreneur. It's a 30-day devotional. It starts off with some truth, moves to some meditation, then moves you to some reflection, and then ultimately some application. I don't know about you, but I need good habits in my life. It's super, super helpful for me. Again, don't forget, if you want to start and scale your company, we are offering our next academy with 16 weeks. Onboarding starts this Saturday at 9 a.m. Sign up, go online. Make sure you hit the apply tab, or the On the Pond Academy tab on the website, and then let's get you signed up. And then finally, hey, check this out. We getting busy with the On the Pond tee merch again. So I always like to say, hey, we're not a clothing line. We're a movement. And I don't know about you, but I constantly need to see and sport and rock messages that will inch me towards not just give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a woman how to fish, feed her for a life, but actually show them how to own the pond so that they can change and transform their family lineage and their legacy for years to come. So, hey, this has been fun. This is a blast. I don't often stay on this long, but I had to, because I want you to be a humble beast so that Diane can inch you towards a beautiful marketing strategy that will help you find your boss one day.